Good day to all science students. In this video lesson, we are going to tackle about the earthquake preparedness. What are we going to do before, during, and after an earthquake? For learning competency, refer to the local disaster readiness plans to demonstrate what to do during and after an earthquake. Number 2, use the PBox fault finder or other reliable information source to identify where the nearest fault system is located from their community and assess the risk of earthquakes to their local community. For our learning objectives, explain what to do during and after an earthquake. And number 2, prepare a family emergency supply kit. Earthquake preparedness. Earthquakes are unpredictable. However, seismologists can estimate where and when an earthquake is likely to occur using specific indicators. One of these indicators is the change in level of the ground or ground deformation. This can be monitored using interferometric synthetic aperture radar or the INSAR to locate fault structures that have not moved in a long time but may be possibly move in the future based on their seismic cycles. However, the accuracy of when and where an earthquake will occur is difficult to predict. Because of the unpredictability of earthquakes, we must always be prepared and know what to do during and after an earthquake strikes. So these are the things that we have to do before an earthquake. Number 1, familiarize yourself with the earthquake hazards in your community. For example, these are the example of hazards in our community. Okay, number 2, know where the exit routes, communication facilities, and evacuation centers are located in your community. Know where the fire extinguishers and first aid kits are kept in your schools and at home. And of course po, mahalaga na marunong tayong gumamit ng first aid kits, specifically yung fire extinguisher. Mahalaga na marunong po tayo niyan. Kasi kahit alam natin kung na may fire extinguisher, kung nasaan yan, kung di tayo marunong gumamit, useless. Ask your parents to strap or bolt heavy furniture to the wall. Help your parents to check the stability of hanging objects such as ceiling fans. Okay, for number 5, remind your family members to store and secure fragile items, harmful chemicals, and flammable materials in the lowermost shelves. So, dapat nasa ibaba kasi kapag nasa taas, nahulog yan, pwede pong mag-cause ng sunog due to the reaction. Ayan, dapat nasa lowermost part ang ating yung mga flammable materials, kagaya ng pintura. Okay, help your family put together an emergency supply kit with a first aid kit, easy to open canned goods, water, clothing, a blanket, battery operated radio, flashlight, and extra batteries. Kasama din po dyan yung whistle, binabanggit din po dyan yung mirror, if in case na tabunan yung lugar natin, pwede tayong gumamit ng whistle. Okay, ito po yung mga examples. Number 7, participate in earthquake drill. For example, in your school, mahalaga na nagjo-join tayo dyan. At least, familiar na tayo sa gagawin natin kung lagi tayong sumasali sa mga drill. Number 8, store important documents in a sealed plastic envelope or have a digital copy stored somewhere safe. So, kung bakit plastic envelope ang binabanggit dyan, if in case mabasa, kumbaga secured siya kapag plastic. Kahit may tubig, hindi siya mababasa. Okay, have a list of emergency contact numbers in your mobile phone or written down in case your device is lost, destroyed, or malfunctioning. Okay, what to do during an earthquake? Number 1, stay calm, do not panic. Number 2, when you are inside the building, quickly exit the building as fast as possible. If it is not possible to get out right away, do the duck, cover, and hold technique. Go under a sturdy deck or table. Hold on it and protect your head with your arms. Ayan, duck, cover, and hold. Okay, number 4, stay away from glass windows, stand-alone shelves, cabinets, and other heavy objects not bolted down. Kasi sa glass po, kunting galaw ng yung sa earthquake, pwedeng mabasag yung mga glasses. Okay, beware of falling objects, be alert, and keep your eyes open. Okay, number 6, if you are outside, move to an open area, but stay away from trees, power lines, and concrete structures that may collapse. Move away from steep slopes which may be affected by landslide. And if you are near a body of water, move to a higher ground to avoid tsunamis and sieges. Okay, what to do after an earthquake? Be prepared for aftershocks. Once the shaking stops, take the fastest and safest way to go out of the building. Number 2, number 1, use the elevator. Number 2, do not enter damaged buildings. Number 3, do not use telephones or cell phones unless necessary. And number 4, do not panic. Kasi pag nagpanic po tayo, mawawala yung ating tinatawag na presence of mind. And number 3, check, number 1, yourself and others for injuries. So, ang pinakaano po dyan, protect yourself first. Kasi kung hindi ka muna protektahan ng sarili mo, paano ka makakatulong sa iba? So, dapat ikaw na muna yung okay. Number 2, gas. Check gas, water, and electrical lines for damage. Kasi baka may kunting sunog, pinagsisimula ng sunog, pwede pa nating makontrol. For chemicals and toxic spills and flammable materials, and to see if small fires are under control before they spread. So mahalagang i-check po natin yan. Kasi yung gasol, pwedeng mag-cause yan ng sunog. And yung tubig naman, pwedeng mag-cause ng electrical shortage kapag yung open wires ay nagdaluyan ng tubig. Okay, number 4, if you need to evacuate your residence, bring your emergency supply kit. So, stay updated with the news on your battery-operated radio. So, napakahalaga po ng pag-prepare ng emergency supply kit. So, the Philippines is prone to earthquakes and many of its communities are located near bodies of water. These communities must be aware of tsunami warnings after strong offshore earthquakes. Okay, the table in the next slide shows the recommended course of action for each level. For example, for zero level threat, there is a large earthquake generated. A tsunami may be generated but will not reach the Philippines or may not be generated at all. So, kung walang tsunami alert, no evacuation needed. The bulletin is issued for information purposes only. Okay, level 1, there is a potential threat. No evacuation order is in effect but coastal communities are advised to be on alert for possible evacuation. So, ang karaniwang alert agad dyan yung mga nasa coastal areas. Okay, for level number 2, a tsunami is expected to arrive in the Philippines with wave heights of less than 1 meter above the expected ocean tides. So, the public is advised to be on alert for unusual waves. People are advised to stay away from the beach or seashore. People who live near the shore are advised to move further inland. Boats in harbors, estuaries, or shallow coastal waters should be secured or move away from the waterfront. Offshore boats are advised to stay in deep sea waters until notified. For level number 3, a destructive tsunami is expected to arrive in the Philippines with wave heights of greater than 1 meter above the expected ocean tides. So, the coastal communities are strongly advised to evacuate immediately to higher ground. Magkakaroon niya ng forced evacuation. And boats in harbors, estuaries, or shallow coastal waters should be secured and move away from the waterfront. And offshore boats are advised to stay in deep sea waters until notified. So, for mini test, how will you keep yourself and your family safe from the effects and hazards of an earthquake? And additional one, you have to prepare emergency kit. Okay, panoorin nyo po itong sample na nandito ng emergency.